Hi, and welcome to Baker Affair. I'm Pika, and on this episode, I'm going to be making 7-layer bars. That sound absolutely delicious, and I thought I'd give them a try. And the ingredients are basically, let me read them to you. Biscoff cookies, unsalted butter, an egg, kosher salt, a bag of cranberries, fresh cranberries, chopped walnuts, crystallized ginger. I went to the store the other day and I got ginger, crystallized ginger. I love anything hot and spicy, but at Trader Joe's they actually had like hot and spicy crystallized ginger or just the regular, and I'm like, ugh, I don't know which one I want, but I figured I got both. So I've been binge eating on the spicy ones because they're very delicious, and the other ones are good, and those are the ones I'm going to put in here. They're still spicy though, but they're not as spicy. If you have any idea that ginger is spicy. So we're going to be using some of that. Rolled oats, sweetened condensed milk, vanilla extract, cinnamon, and dried flake coconut, unsweetened, not sweetened, unsweetened. And I always say, whenever I see a recipe that says unsweetened, I'm like, yes, because I do not like, like that sweetened coconut has like that perfumey. I guess some things are okay, but so. And you're going to need a baking dish, 13 by 9, but I don't have 13 by 9 baking dish. So I'm just going to use my handy dandy, this baking dish. And as you can tell, I've tried to deal with the light. I'm still working on it. It looks a little better, I think, but it's not perfect yet, but that's okay. Getting on to the recipe, the Biscoff cookies, they need to be into crumbs. So I'm going to make them into crumbs. It's like hitting somebody over the head, you know? Then you're going to add these crumbs to a bowl. Make sure they're broken up. I should have just stuck them in the food processor, but I did not. And then you're going to add the melted butter that's been cooled. She says use a pinch of salt. So I did. Pinch of salt. And then I need the egg yolk from the egg. First, I want to mix this around first. And then we're going to put this in here. Pat it real. Okay, so now I have it in the pan. And if you didn't notice, I had to get the food processor out to stick all of those crumbs and the egg yolk and the butter in there to get it so I could make it much better and where it actually looks like it's a base of a 7-layer bar. So I'm going to stick these in the oven 15 minutes and then we'll see what happens from there. Okay, so while that is in the oven, I'm going to prepare the next step, which is you take sweetened condensed milk and you pour it into a bowl. Have you ever noticed that sweetened condensed milk is like so thick? See? Look at that. I mean, could it be any thicker? I kid you not. But it sure does taste good. I've been a little under the weather because I had knee surgery, which was so much fun. Not real surgery, like arthroscopic, but man, I'll tell you, this knee. Okay, and then after that, then I'm going to put the egg white into the bowl. Big pinch of salt. Big pinch of salt. Cinnamon. Vanilla. And then I'm going to stir them. I'm going to whisk them together. If you ever get a whisk, don't get one with a flat top because it goes right into your palm. Okay, now we just wait. Okay, now I'm going to dump. That's all done. I'm going to dump the cranberries on, which I've already washed them and dried them off. And then the walnuts. And then the ginger. Okay. Then the rolled oats. Sweetened condensed milk part. actually want to. I don't know what I want to do. And then just put the coconut. Okay, so now that I have everything in there, I'm supposed to cover loosely with foil and place it in the oven. For how long? For 10 minutes. And then I uncover it and I bake it until the coconut is golden brown. So let's try it. Hopefully it'll work. It smells delicious already. So let me go stick it in the oven. Okay, they're out of the oven. They look delicious. They smell delicious. This is just a little, the pan is just a little too big, but we'll see what happens. They smell delicious. Very bubbly hot. I feel like the cranberries have popped open, and we'll see how it goes. I'll be back when they're cooled off. Okay, so it's done, and I cooled it off a little bit. As you know, if you've been watching these episodes, I cannot help myself. I need to eat some now. This is what it looks like in layers. Let me show you what it looks like in the pan. Now it's not cooled off yet. It's still piping hot, but at least I got a piece out. See, right there, right here. I took a piece out. It looks delicious. So let me give you my honest opinion, because just trying it, I think I could have cooked the bottom longer, just because I think I could have cooked the bottom longer. Wow. It literally tastes like Christmas. Mm. With that ginger, with the cranberry, and those Biscoff cookies, Biscoff cookies, or my niece always tells me I say those cookies wrong. You know what? I don't know. This is delicious. Very yummy. Mm. And the tartness of the cranberries with the oats. Seriously, if you love Christmas stuff, like anything really Christmassy, you're like, I'm going to leave her link below. Go over and check out the recipe, because it's to die for. It really is. And you can taste the ginger. I almost thought it was going to be overbearing, but it's not, because of the cranberries and the oats and the cookie bottom. And actually, the cookie bottom could have been baked probably longer than what I baked it for. I was afraid I was going to burn it. So you have that. And it's not too coconutty. It's just great. Anyway, if you're enjoying these videos, if you've been here, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I hope you'll come back next week. I have no idea what I'm doing next week. I'm going to come up with something, I bet. I might start showing. I finally figured out how to make sourdough starter. I have been trying sourdough starter for like 2-3 years, and I could never get the sourdough starter to start, and I finally did it. So if you want to know about the sourdough starter, you're interested in me, you have the same issue as me where you can't get it. It always smells like putrid, or it's just not going the way. I finally got a sourdough starter. I'm impressed with myself. So anyway, until next week, I appreciate you all being here. Thank you if you've watched to the end. Thank you for that. If you give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. If you like, share. This is me, and I'm actually having fun. I'm trying to have more fun now, but we'll see what happens. Until next week, ciao.